Yo, what is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name is Daimien Kamiya and I'm the Omni King, and after the internet drop of, 2023, I am back with, more Guild Wars 2. This time I have the Skyscale. So what I ended up doing when it came to rearranging my mounts, I basically put the Skyscale on the same button the Springer used to be on, and the Springer's on a different set, because the Skyscale is effectively a better Springer, just in terms of mobility. It's a little bit slower in terms of some things, but the height it can get and the distance it can go is so much better than the Springer that it's not even a competition. However, the Springer is still on a macro set, specifically just because I need the Springer for, the Springer, the one thing the Springer does better than any other mount is initial CC. I remember a while ago, I pointed this out to my guild years and years ago. When we were doing guild bounty missions, shortly after mounts were introduced, I said, if we all start, someone has to talk to the mount, or to the person to initiate the guild bounty. But if everyone else started on their bunnies and immediately cannonballed right at the start of the fight, you'd break that bar instantly and get a shit ton of damage DPS'd in before the boss could even do anything, right? So there's still going to be that. It'll be useful for champion fights, as I said, but beyond that, I don't think I'm going to be using the Springer much anymore. I can't see why, right? It's kind of like having the Jackal. The Jackal is almost garbage, especially when you get the Raptor first. The Jackal's only good utility, I found, is in narrow spaces or going uphill, because the Jackal has a faster base speed, and its ability is more of a shift, right, rather than a jump, which is what the Raptor's is. So if you're going uphill, or if you're in an enclosed space where the Raptor can't jump very well, the Jackal outbeats it 100%. But yeah, so we're gonna start. I only have Keswick's Hill left to fully complete, but again, I've already completed that on stream on a different character, so I will complete that off stream as promised. So today we will be starting with Fields of Ruin. We were going to start here, but I remember I gave chat the option to either pick Fields of Ruin or we go for the Skyscale. And it was decided that we would go for the Skyscale, which as much grinding as it took to get, I am happy I did, because now I get to see how that factors into map completion, right? How long, do you know how long it would have been for me to actually get Skyscale if we continued on the story path? Okay, so we can map complete the base game, then get the base story done. That alone is already an incredibly long amount of time. Then we go into Living Story Season 1, which I've never done, but shouldn't take too long. Then Living Story Season 2. Then Heart of Thorns, the first expansion. Then Living Story Season 3. Then Path of Fire. Then Living Story Season 4. And that's where Skyscale is unlocked, at the end of Season 4. So if we continued along the story, that's where we would have gotten the Skyscale. So yeah, it would have been incredibly time consuming. So I'm happy. So let's get into the game here. Go. So, if we recall, when I did redo some of the towns in, oh, the suspicious rats. The suspicious rats are, tied to one of the, guild hunts. This is one of the guild hunts, but there's another one that's an ogre, and there's a ton of suspicious rats around the map, and he's hiding as one of them. I don't know what big damage is supposed to correlate to, but... Oh, I know I'm off today, but it still feels like it's been a day. I went out to my old store location and, you know, talked with my old manager. I hadn't seen her in a couple weeks. Just because I only go and see them when it's my days off. And, my last day off, she was off. She wasn't there, so... And this hero point I got unlocked already because of buying them. You're just fighting this person. And then here's the Easter egg. It spawns angry chickens. I actually had to do this for the Skyscale event. The Skyscale collection. I think I'm invincible in this situation. Near invincible anyways, at least until I run out of energy. Wow. Yeah, the Skyscale collection required you to get attacked by an angry chicken.
Greetings, friend.
First instance of the Skyscale, look at the beauty. So I gave him this skin because this is the skin. Oh yeah, you're supposed to go up through the farmland. Yeah, I redid the mounts. Let me actually go through the mount skins here. So I wanted to leave. So this one is the mount skin I got for pre-ordering the next expansion, and I felt like, you know, it seems fitting to have it on this guy, but I needed the Bloodstone mount to go somewhere, like the electrical one. So I moved that to Skimmer, The Springer is still the so this is his unique mount. This is the awakened skin, and this is in reference to the my Asura Revenant. That was my initial Condi Revenant build. This is supposed to be the Bloodstone one, which is in reference to my Char Revenant, which is what my tank build was originally from. This is the branded set, the branded skin. I don't think this one changed. Or no, this was on Skimmer maybe. Oh yeah, this was on Skimmer because I used to have the I had the Shrine Guardian one. This is in reference to my Asura Warrior who gave up his Ascended set so that this guy could have another Ascended set. This is the Armadillo. So this one I was just using a Beetle one. It didn't really matter. But this is in reference to my Norn Ranger who gave up his Ascended set so this guy could have his 4th Ascended set. And then this is the Auric Basin, what's it called? The Exalted skin in reference to the Herald build, as the Bloodstone is in reference to the tank build. Awakened is in reference to the Condi build. I don't really have a reference for the healer build. I don't think. I could make it this guy though. Or is it supposed to be this one? Because I think it's supposed to be that one. Yeah, it's this one. Just because the eyes are white, you can't really... It's only affecting the eyes. And then with this one, I already pre-bought several mount skins. So I ended up buying this one additionally because I have some characters that run cyber mounts. And then I had this one, this one, this one, and this one pre-purchased. And I gave it this one because it was my Necro that ended up doing all the work in getting the skin. Or in getting the Skyscale. So I felt like having more of a Necro-ish mount would be a culmination of all the references of, you know, things I had to do to get this. So there's actually a really interesting moment here. If you go down here, there's a little girl here, Joanna. Talk to her. Hey, a char came through this gap and headed to the farm. Then it went all wavy and disappeared like a ghost. Nobody believes me. But I saw it. Strange. Did you hear anything? Did the char say anything? No, it just ran by. You couldn't hear the footsteps even. I only felt the breeze and they're gone. No idea, kid. Keep an eye out if I were you. This is an interesting dialogue box. It's one of very, very few in the game. If you are a thief, you recognize what she is saying is stealth and can actually point that out to her. The only other instance I'm aware of this is in Living Story Season 2. There is an additional dialogue box when talking to one of the NPCs in the story. If you are an engineer, because you're talking about like mechanical components and stuff. If you are an engineer, you have an additional dialogue box where you basically recognize what the what's going on. This is where you can get a lynx and a gravehound. This is actually sweet because you basically are taking the pets of presumably someone that had passed away onto your journey. Sadly, I never get to take both of them. Lynx is super easy to get because this is the easiest because you can access here from Divinity's Reach, so you don't have to fight anything. But Crate Hound is in Divinity's Reach, so you really don't have a reason to even go there.
Traitors to our own heritage. The separatists are right.
think this is supposed to be from a strike mission. Yeah, Griffin's still way better when it comes to speed. I'm just gonna go this way to get the Vista over here. Then we'll go over to the side of town here.
Hello, stranger.
May the gods protect you.
I'm a little confused on this because they're the exact same skins, just more expensive than the other. All right. So I don't know how much we're gonna get done today. I'll definitely try to get Fields of Ruin and Gandharan done. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll do Harathi as well, and then we'll do story. 'Cause I'm pretty sure the story doesn't really go past those maps until like the next phase of story. Sucks to be you.
I agree with the Separatists. No treaty, never!
All right. Oh, I got some swimming infusions again. Do I have those installed?
Huh?
I don't. So infusions are used for fractals, but sometimes infusions can have effects. Usually they're visual, but increasing swimming speed while also giving plus 10 fractal infusions is actually really good. There is an underwater fractal too, so you have to run this crap. Alright, Ebonhawk is done, so we will head our way to the east. Yeah, a lot of these hearts aren't too difficult. There's very few hearts in the game that are actually tediously annoying.
safe from harm.
So many rats here.
Quick, kill it!
Yeah, like this is a gate to the desert, but we're like, even when we go to the Crystal Desert, like we're nowhere near. Like you have to go from Lion's Arch. Now I think it's an airship you take, so you cut all the way across the land still, but if it was by boat, you probably could have just gone from Fort Trinity and headed south. I wonder what the guards say now that we can go to the desert. Gate is closed for security of Ebonhawk. We can't let anyone pass without orders from Cap. No, do that gate. Got it.
Hello.
Why exactly? The gate serves as a barrier against the branded. They're still turning south through the mountains towards their master Kalkatoric. Wherever it is now. I mean now. Heard the Elder Dragon moved since Destiny Edge fought it in the Crystal Desert, but those reports came a long way around. No one's come north from there or from Alona in a long while. So this is where Destiny's Edge fought it, where the Desert Highlands is. So, you know, if he kept going south all the way to the domain of Abi, which is where he was stationed. Like, despite what the map shows, this is where he was stationed when you originally battled, when you get near him, when you confront him in the main game. And then this is Jahia Bluffs, which has the brand cutting through it as well. But you don't actually go here, which is rather interesting. You don't go to where he actually stopped. I forget whether the bats get... Oh, they do get fitted. Okay. Just clear up all the bats. I want to check my progress on that. Because I've gotten this one completely done. I've gotten this one completely done. I feel like I want to get all of these done. Like I want to do everything on these. Even though one of them is they have crafting related ones. Some of these don't, like... Sorry. Some of them factor in Fields of Ruin, but some don't. Some don't even factor in Gandaren. Like, this says Fields of Ruin, Bladridge Steppes, Lunar's Pass, Dredgehaunt Cliffs, and Harathi Hinterlands. But then you go down to, like, the mining one, and it's just Dredgehaunt, Harathi, and Blazeridge. Which are no... Harathi's one of them on the list, but... Now, the reason why I say I don't think it's important if we go to Harathi is because I don't believe there's any story that takes place on Harathi unless you pick very specific options. Alright, we're about to enter into my least favorite heart in the game. Or one of them. So the only time this is ever good is if it's an ogre control. This is one of those areas that can that has events that take where ogres and Ebonhawk fight for control over the territory. If ogres are in control or you're here during the event, it's a breeze, it's a joke. But when you're not, it is a disgraceful joke. Like, of how annoyingly hard and difficult it is. So basically, your only way to get heart credit is by collecting scrap. You just run in a literal loop. There's also like things like weapon racks that spawn, but they respawn on such a ridiculous timer. It's like the one in Keswick's Hill I was talking about, where the timer on them on the respawn is so unbelievably bad. Here's one. I won't be up for like another 10 minutes. Now, the scrap metal spawns on a really good time, so you can literally just run laps. I don't even recommend grabbing all the scrap metal you see. Just grab what exists within the circle you're taking. You have to give it to the heart vendor once you've collected enough. You have to collect like 20-something scrap before you can even get close to it. I think it's like 20... I think I counted it out. It's like 27 or something like that. There was a time period in the game where the event was actually very easy to do, or the area. Because, like, I don't know what's happened with the game, if there's been some small sense of revitalization or whatever. But some of these zones used to just be straight up dead. Like, as someone that map completed a lot of characters and did these hearts plenty of times, you could go through some of these maps maybe seeing half a dozen people. Like, no joke. So, like, certain events were almost impossible to do. If a champ spawned, you were basically shit out of luck, because there's pretty much almost no one on the map that could help you. Time of day also mattered too, but like I wouldn't really play on anything not special. Like there's usually always people playing, but they were always on like the newer maps or the level 80 maps or farming for materials, or you know, like they had no need to be on these earlier level maps really. Like I've already said before how shocking it is to see so many people on the starting zones. As crazy as that sounds. The starting zones, you know, the areas where new players start their new characters. Whether it's an old character or whether it's an older player or a newer player. The other one just respawned. you would still almost barely find anyone. And now they're like flooded with people. You can see people all over the place. I think, I was saying to a coworker of mine at work, I said, what I think caused it was Guild Wars on Steam. I think that was a huge factor. I think Guild Wars 2 ending up on Steam as a free-to-play game massively drew people in. Because Steam is a one-stop shop for, like, everything, right? So to be able to go there, a lot of people check out the free games because they don't have money to play. They don't have money. So they're gonna check out the free games, and, and the best thing for someone that doesn't have a lot of money is to be able to play a free game for a long time. And to me, Guild Wars has that. Or at the very least, I feel like Guild Wars 2 is cheap compared to other games. Like, there's no pay to win in this game. In my personal opinion, no pay to win. And,
New lands, new opportunities.
there's no monthly subscription fees. So if you can save up your money to just simply buy the games, like, I think you can get the first 3 expansions. I don't know what they've done when adding the new expansion price, but the first 3 expansions, with the base game, obviously, it was like, I think it was $100, which is really not that expensive when you consider, like, the price of what other AAA games are. Like, you know, oh yeah, that I could buy Pokemon Scarlet for $80. Or I could buy an MMO, 3 expansions for $100. Right? Like, I just feel like it's more bang for your buck, really.
Ready for more.
I'm not scared of you. I changed some stuff up on this guy, I think, didn't I? Nope, dodging still gets rid of a condition, so I gotta remember that. Oh, God.
I feel furious.
Attack! And I'm spamming 1 and you're doing nothing about it. Yeah, so a big change was made to Herald. In which... I've changed my build a little bit to go for it. If you're running 6 or more upkeep, you now generate quickness for you and those around you. So now I just run... I used to run these 3, you know, Might, Fury, and Swiftness. But now I run Might and Fury, and then Boon Duration. So that way I can get quickness, and it will last longer.
I may not survive.
Lend me a hand.
We'll hold the ogres here. Second squads move up and take down their defensive leader.
We're just hitting up these ogre spots. Not a single named individual here. Or maybe they're in here. Yeah, there it is. Legionnaire Riptooth.
Speak.
Legion guards against. Now the humans turned it into a rallying point against Silvers. Maybe they'd have better luck with that than we did. Because this camp can be taken over, but not the original one I was at. I've never seen this one taken over, though.
There stands tall and unwavering.
Yeah, 2 ogre clans, so I think one is here, and the other I think is over here. We're actually heading up to another harvesting farm. I believe it's grapes south of here. And I can't wait until August when the weapon mastery thing comes out. When that comes out, I will be doing what I will be interrupting the standard gameplay to do whatever is necessary to unlock that. Just so you know. Because it means great sword to this build and sword and shield to my healer, which will give him a much better healing setup. Oh, it's a script burglar. I switched to hammer because I knew I'd have the luck of distance. Script burglars don't fight back, but they can delay you by like turning you into animals. There's actually an achievement for getting turned into each animal, and the animal you're turned into is dependent on what region you're in. So this is Ascalon, so I forget what the Ascalon enemy is. I think it might be a bear cub. I think Metrica is like a drake or something, or a moa. Well, this will be fun. You fight this guy in phases. The other one's an entire mini meta event, which really should just be a full meta event, if you ask me. Oh yeah, I think this is one of the few ways to get the red Moa pet.
I chose you.
That's probably why this guy was here. He's a soul beast. Very few ways to get the red Moa. And I think they despawn after a point too. So they're only available like for a little bit right after you beat the guy.
Hey, come here, please.
We can get some unique dialogue here that will make her upset.
Brute! I almost had him tamed. Live well.
I think she says some unique dialogue when the quest isn't up. Look, you can both die. Yo, Nick, how are you? How's your day off been? Like your full day off.
What do you want?
Why are you standing on the vista? I'm really glad I don't have to go up the spiral staircase on that anymore, because I think that's just too tall for the Springer. Maybe. Could be wrong.
Will never wait.
Like I'm telling you, Herald Hammer is so good when you have quickness. Oh my god, is it so good. It's such a powerful weapon, but it's very slow. I don't drink, so is that heavy or... We're getting close to the chicken run. That's what this is. Medium, low, medium, okay. No, there's a node in the back, right? It's a full, like, it's a rich gold node or something. Over here? Yeah, rich gold. Let's get rid of these shadow imps.
It's poison.
Sounds like a good morning. I went to my where I used to work and talked to my old manager who I hadn't seen in a few weeks. You're already... Dude! Oh, that's why. Get rid of the altar. I don't know what I need gold for, but... Because gold's very outdated material, but I'll take it. After 10? Yeah, well... I set my alarm for 10, but I didn't wake up until, like, I think, like, 1. Or no, I didn't... I woke up earlier, sorry. I woke up at, like, 9:15. Laid in bed for probably like another 15 minutes, and then or so. Like I think I actually got out of bed at 9:45. Like my room's still a little bit like I don't run the AC unit when I sleep because I don't need to. If I run it a little bit before I go to sleep, the cold stays. But I need to keep the fan pointing at me overnight. So, sometimes that can lead to, sometimes the heat is... Oh. Is there a reason, like, at a habit that you wake up at 4 a.m.? Like, maybe because of your nephew or whatever? Like, is that when you normally have to, like, wake up to take him in, or... Oh, around 9, so yeah, you wouldn't have to wake up at 4 then. Get back over there to get that heart finished up.
Might and glory.
Oh my god, I buffed them! They're buffed! That's so dumb! Because they count as allies before I fight them! So they go into the fight with a bunch of buffs on! That's so dumb! Doesn't really help them defensively though, because I'm not running protection, but that's still dumb! Oh my god, man. I hope your mom pulls through.
Might and glory.
Yeah, it can be tough. My mom fought twice and didn't, sadly, she didn't get to survive the second time. At least, I don't remember what the first one was. I don't think it was cancer, but... Yeah, I haven't started End of Dragons yet, because I'm playing everything in order again. Gonna refresh my memory as I experience the game. So I'm map completing the world, doing story a little bit along the way, which is not what I normally do. Normally I just map complete and then do story in one straight shot, but...
Might and glory. Gave it my all.
But I'm breaking it up a bit. Then I will do seasons 1 and 2, then Heart of Thorns, and so on and so forth. Now, when you have quickness, Hammer's actually pretty strong when you have quickness, and Herald gained a new trait that really gives them a lot of quickness. I basically can perma upkeep quickness. Well, it depends on your build. If you're playing Condition, yeah, it is. That's what I run on my Condi build. I have 4 different builds. This is my tank build, and it runs sword, 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 axe. This is my Herald build. It runs sword, sword, hammer. This is my Condition build. It runs mace, axe, and short bow. And this is my healer build, which runs great sword, staff. I thought we closed all these. I'm wasting my time on this crap. Why couldn't Bloodstone Fen stay contained to Bloodstone Fen? Damn you, Codicus. Alright, there's flour. Like, I know when Revenant first came out with Heart of Thorns, I actually really liked Hammer. I just knew it was too slow. Like, I liked every skill involving Hammer. It's just too slow. Those flowers did nothing for me. There's a wasp nest. And on top of that, I'm trying to diversify how the builds function, which is why I'm running hammer here and not just running sword on everything. I want each build to play differently, because otherwise, what's the point? To me, it's not just the stat change, because the stat change comes with a function of with different utilities and an entire functional change as to how the character plays. A mace with 4 gold. Exotic, yeah. Alright, let me go get that Vista. Is it a blue lightning effect? I'm trying to think of what weapon you bought. That's a mace. Because I generally prefer to play alone. I've always been like that. Hell, the friends I made in this game, I only made accidentally. I never even intended to join a guild in this game. I just wanted to, you know, play by myself, you know, just go at my own pace. But then I saw a message in chat that I was a guild advertisement, and something about it spoke to me, so I just decided to join. And the rest is history. But even then, like, most of my guild's not even on right now. They're all doing their own things too. And my direct friends playing this game, there's a couple on right now, I think. One of them is actually a YouTuber. I joined him on a stream a long time ago. Years ago. But, like, I'm not gonna bother them. They're doing their own things. I haven't played this game in 2 years, so they're not even gonna remember me.
Thank the gods you're here. I don't want to think about what could have happened to me.
Let's see how you fare against this class.
This game's very easy to play by yourself. You just, you know, you just do your own thing, and then you ask for help when you need it. That's pretty much it. That was supposed to happen when I poisoned the first cow. That no one dropped. Alright. How much of the map do I have? 72. We're right on track anyways for our normal routing. Or semi-normal. I don't, it's been so long, I don't actually like remember like the exact routing I used to take, except for very few exceptions, but I do actually have plans to play with a friend in the friends in the future, and I already have one in the works. One of my one of my Guild Wars friends, we kind of bonded over our hatred of one particular map in completing it. And I messaged him about, hey, do you want to map complete this one with me on stream? And he goes, yeah, sure. Just let me know, give me a heads up prior to it. Go! You already have a regular turret up. Why are you setting up a net turret now? Why are they all just blowing up on me? Generally, I don't like doing anything that involves returning things to NPCs unless I have to.
Thank the gods you came along.
I think some of these NPCs are bugged. Take you out.
I feel fury
Alright, heart done. Now we're gonna cut over closer to... We're actually gonna dip down a little bit, because I remember there's something in this area, like a POI or a waypoint or something that you can't see on the map just yet. Commonly forgotten location when map completing. Like, sometimes it can get crazy. Like, even I've fallen victim to it where you map complete every zone in the game and then you realize you weren't fully paying attention and you missed one thing on one map. You know, sometimes it's usually the same few common, like, 5 places or something like that.
I feel might and glory. Might and glory.
Skyscale makes it easier, because I don't even think the Springer can reach that one. Spin to win! Right. Gonna dip down, grab this, grab this. Oh man, I am yawning so much right now, like I don't know what it is. Also a heart in here I might as well do just because I'm here. Get the spear guy up.
My pain is easy.
Yeah, shoot me with your gun. See how well that's gonna work out. Why is there a separatist here?
Safe from harm.
He threw something at me and it didn't throw because, you know. Alright, that's done. We're going to warp back up here and just cut across the water. There's a jumping puzzle here we'll do. There's also another really interesting story that you have, or place you have to go to for a hero point. It's another missable location on the map because you wouldn't even know it's there if you didn't go to it.
It's my turn.
Might and glory. I feel furious. Take that.
So this area has to do, you can talk to the NPC here, she'll tell you, the Traveling Priestess. This area has to do with one of the books that they released in regards to the game. This one in specific is called Ghosts of Ascalon, I believe is this one. I don't believe it's Sea of Sorrows, obviously, and then Edge of Destiny is an entirely different story. That's the one that involves the Crystal Desert and Glint and Kralkatorrik.
May Balthazar strengthen you.
Yeah, Colleen was one of the characters. Yeah, they went into catacomb that was filled with ghosts of Ascalon in it, to retrieve an item for peace. And they had like a group, right? It was like a Norn I think there was almost one of every race. There's usually another person here, I thought. I thought there was like a Norn here that was actually on that adventure. And a Sylvari.
I feel furious.
Hey, Ray! Man, Ray shows up just as I'm about to hit a jumping puzzle. What are the odds? I already know you're in-game, though. You can't hide from my friends list. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Yoldi does that. Like, he's offline, but because he's... But I still see him. Like, the map still shows him to me. I don't even remember what the path is for this. No, neither have I. But it was always a running joke that no matter what we were doing, we would always run into each other. Obviously, it'd be more common on the newer maps, but, like, it would happen even on the non-newer maps. Did I go the right way? I know there's, like, beams and stuff I have to jump on, too, right? Like... Been so long. Yeah, why not? Remember this at all. I never turned off camera shake. This is a base game jumping puzzle, so if I have to glide to complete it, then it's wrong. Oh, I see. I went straight. You need to go to the side. Gliding does kind of make this puzzle a lot easier, though. No! Fuck. I did notice something, though, that was kind of an oversight by the devs. We can exploit it on the second time through. Fuck off, Rock. I didn't realize actual things fell in this map. I just thought the camera shook. Because there's no AoE signifiers saying that things are falling, so why was I to speculate that things were falling? Never been hit by a single thing in this map, in this jumping puzzle, in my years of doing it. Fuck off. So here's the little bit of the exploit I just noticed. Was that once you get to the roof, you can mount. Like, once you get this high up, you're out of the no mounting zone. Wouldn't really be a problem if someone, you know, didn't have the Griffin or the Skyscale. Where's the exit? I was noticing before that I think they got rid of... Did I already do Gandaren? Oh yeah, I've already done Gandaren. Huh. Alright, see you later, Ray. Thanks for dropping by. Welcome back, Nick. Fabled. Go for some iron. This is a guaranteed iron spawn. Rich iron spawn. So that's how I knew it was there. Oh wow, it took a while for that event to get completed. Alright, I think we got like what, one Waypoint and Heart event left. And they're both down here.
Might and glory. Had enough?
Oh, I love it when ranged fighters show up. So much fun. Not even a fire skill. How did it light him on fire? Guess it just has a fire effect. The 2 skill on Greatsword is really annoying to me because I can't really tell what the attack range for that skill is. I could be. Anger to Stag. Ooh, the Champ Devourer is up. Oh, and there's Harathi complete, or there's Fields of Ruin completed. Let's go test our luck. I usually have pretty good luck on fighting champs, so.
None may harm you while I am here.
Ready for more. Did you see that?
Got a couple helpers. And I've hit 0 energy. Whoa, what good timing for 0 energy!
Ready for more.
It's quite amazing how OP Revenant can be in some cases by simply just using That's pretty much what a Devour is. Devour is basically a two-tailed scorpion. But it's quite amazing. It's like how overpowered Revenant can be against certain bosses. Like, I've never really realized just how many champions use projectiles until I started playing Revenant. Come on. Got him. Alright, so I got these done. Let's go and do story. Let's do some story.
Valiant, the pale tree summons you.
Is there a problem? It sounds like there's a commotion in the Invalis chamber.
Those are the emissaries of the three orders of Tyria. There is a situation.
The Orders of Tyria? Who are they? And what's going on?
The orders
I did them
are
last
organized
night.
Groups that work against the Elder Dragons. The Vigil, the Derman Priory, and the Order of Whispers. Zaitan's might is growing. Its undead minions rise on the beaches of Kryta and the Tarnished Coast.
Why are the emissaries arguing? What am I walking into?
To the north, Overlake Haven is in danger of being overrun. The Lion Guard are outmatched by risen troops. We Sylvari realize that all life is intertwined. If Zaitan threatens one race, he threatens us all.
Then why are the Orders arguing? Why don't they just do something about it?
We think alike, you and I. Let us speak with the Mother Tree.
When you do this, it'll always be, the emissaries will always be members of each of three members of your race. I have full intention of joining the Vigil.
You want to fight the Elder Dragons with toys and dollies?
Better than throwing away Sylvari lives on a direct assault.
No one's throwing away lives. Vigil soldiers are the best trained fighting force in Tyria.
Valiant. I'm glad you're here. We've been going on like this for an hour. Everyone, please be silent. We are all assembled, and the Mother Tree wishes to speak.
Greetings, Valiant. Today you take the next steps on the journey of your wild hunt. Zaitan's forces are gathering at Overlake Haven. The Orders wish to defend the location, but their plans differ. Valiant, I name you to be my herald in this matter. The Grove can only back one of these plans. May your dream guide your decision.
I am honored, Mother Tree. I will do my best.
My name is Branthan. I represent the Vigil. We can have a platoon arrayed at Overlake Haven immediately. Our soldiers can handle this situation. In the Vigil, we prefer to fight our enemies head-on. The best way to protect the Haven is to provide military force.
You're asking to risk countless lives. Herald, the Daimien Priory proposes a far safer course of action. My name is Earworth. The Priory wants to utilize experimental munitions golems to destroy the undead. We'll have no soldiers on the field at all.
Completely untested munitions golems. You're the one risking lives. What if your golems fail?
And you, Emissary? You've been quiet through the whole argument.
I'm Kai, and I represent the Order of Whispers. I brought this situation to the Pale Tree's attention, but I'll leave the frontline fighting to the others.
Very well. Give me a moment to think this over.
So the way this works, there'll be 3 different missions throughout this. Even though there are 3 orders, you will be picking between 2 of them. So right now it's between the Vigil and the Priory. Then later there will be decisions between the Order of Whispers and the Vigil, and Order of Whispers and the Priory. I will always be picking the Vigil option since I want to go Vigil. But it doesn't really matter what you pick, because in the end you still freely get to choose who you join. First time I did story was on my Asura, and I joined Order of Whispers because the Asura girl representing them was cute. So it's it doesn't really matter. Especially since you'll never see these 3 again after the story's done.
I'm glad to see you have courage, Herald. You'll be an asset to the Haven's defense. I'll rally the Vigil troops and meet you near Overlake Haven.
Don't worry, Branthan. The Priory will have our munitions golems ready if you fail.
Oh.
Where have you been?
Whoops.
I haven't seen you around in a long time.
I forgot this was going to take me to Kessex. And then when I remembered it was going to take me to Kessex, I forgot I didn't map complete Kessex.
Try. Probably try it right now. Poison in this hail.
A massive volcanic fissure has erupted by Mafic core, and destroyers have begun to burrow out of it. Sangdo Swiftwing is desperate for help containing them. If left uncontested, they will threaten this land as well as the wall itself. Travel east from here to assist him. May your ancestors guide your path.
Bad news, Herald. Looks like the Orions got here first. Hail, Herald of the Pale Tree. A fine day for battle, wouldn't you say?
So long as it's a battle we're going to win, I'd agree.
You're fighting with the Vigil today. Our soldiers are well-trained, dedicated, and determined to defend Tyria. Members of the Vigil swear an oath to protect the innocent. We are the light in the darkness. We hold the line, no matter what the cost.
That's a noble duty. So, the Vigil is a military organization?
Yes, but we do more than just fight. We also help those who survive dragon attacks, and provide charity, as well as defense. Thorns! The undead are everywhere! We need to draw their attention from the Haven, or it'll be overrun before the rest of our troops arrive. Tell me something. Are you willing to start dancing before the band arrives?
I like the way you think. Let's go buy our reinforcements some time.
There's one thing I'm going to point out, too. I'll point it out now. But just an interesting fact to pay attention to. There are no Sylvari undead. And that's explained in Season 2. Or in Heart of Thorns.
Get over here and help me.
Blitz attack! Who's with me? Huh? Huh?
You're a frightened child.
Thank the six you're here. If you hadn't arrived so quickly, we'd all be dead.
Don't count your seedlings before they sprout. More Orions are on the way. Mark my words.
Who commands the troops stationed here? We need to organize the defense.
Well, see that zombie over there?
Whoops. Well then, I suppose Brandon and I will be taking over on behalf of the Vigil.
Yes, Commander. The gate's shattered, but we still have our cannons. What are your orders?
Station soldiers at the gun replacements and hold your ground here in the courtyard. You humans don't have our Sylvari resistance to corruption, so stay close. If someone falls, be ready to finish them before they rise again.
Don't worry, Jenks. Reinforcements are coming and everything's going to be fine.
That was a nice bit of dancing, but we'll need the Lion Guard if we want to set this place on fire.
Fix the gate.
Are you in need of assistance?
Attend to the cannons.
We've only got one chance at this, so make your
Guard the
shot.
court.
Ground, Lion Guard.
Oh, I wanted to head out. I wanted to... And I can't mount because it's an instance that took place before mounting was a thing. I can fight you on the other side of the wall. It's called combat clipping. Okay, I didn't know you were there.
Might and glory.
I do not fear death, nor do I know I will die. I'm just gonna charge the battlefield. I had a friend that used to play a lot of World of Tanks, tried to pull me into it. Never got around to it, though. It's a lot more tactical than I'm used to, so...
Get your defenses up.
We'll work together. No matter what, protect this space.
Oh, we got this. I didn't realize it was on a timer, but...
Lion Guard of Overlake. The vigil is... Oh, Brandon. You and the others are already here. Spread out, Vigil. Brandon and the others have things well in hand. Fill in the gaps.
I just want to keep them outside, because that's where the cannons are firing. Man, it'd be great if I could stop getting CC'd!
Well done, troops. The Orions have been driven back, and Overlake Haven is safe.
Thank you. I don't know what we would have done without the Vigil. You saved our lives.
It's our honor to serve Tyria. We'll be here to lend our aid wherever it's needed, until the dragons are finally driven from this world.
Well fought. Vigil soldiers are extremely impressive on the battlefield.
Not only on the battlefield, our recruits are taught honor as well as skill. We don't just want to defend the world, we want to inspire it. You should think about joining us. We could use someone with your courage.
I'll consider it. But tell me something. Did you notice that strange-looking creature watching from the hillside?
I did. I've never seen its like before. If Zaitan has created something new, we'd better figure it out quick, so we can learn its weaknesses.
Agreed. Let's return to the grove. The pale tree is waiting for our report.
Alright, back to the grove.
I feel the call. But the thought of leaving the grove both thrills and terrifies me.
We can learn a great deal from the pale tree.
Whisper agents report a strange creature leading the attack on Overlake. Know anything about that, Branson?
That's classified information, unless you're planning to join us on the battlefield.
If the Vigil wants to rush off like idiots, go ahead. Our agents are a bit more cautious.
Cautious? I guess that's one word for it.
I have good news, Mother Tree. Overlake Haven is safe, and the undead have been driven away.
Valiant, I was told about the strange undead you saw on the battlefield. I think I can help you. The creature sounds like a lich. From the description I was given, I think I can identify it as Mazdak the Accursed.
Mazdak the Accursed? I know that name. One of my firstborn, Reincarnation, went to destroy Mazdak many years ago. I armed him with a thorn from my own bow, a mighty sword named Calitbolg. Both were lost, never to return to the grove. Herald, it seems you have a chance to discover the fate of my lost son, and perhaps even avenge Reincarnation's death.
Legend says that Reincarnation chose a human to be his squire. If that squire survived, the Order of Whispers could find him. The Order's very good at tracking people down, even when they don't want to be found.
Untrustworthy as always. I have an alternate suggestion. As you may know, the Daimien Priory specializes in researching and recovering lost knowledge. This sounds like an exciting opportunity to experiment with a ritual we've uncovered. If cast, it lets you witness
Everything
the
he's
vast
offered so
moments of
far
a
is something
person's life.
untested.
The mystery of Reinok's death has pained the Sylvari since the days of the Firstborn. Knowing his fate would help to heal that wound.
Branton, does the Vigil have any suggestions?
Gathering information isn't our strong suit. Instead, I'll go ask my superiors how to kill a lich. I'll meet you back here when you're done.
Very well. Herald, the choice is yours.
I was gonna kind of leave this up to a vote, but I think I'm just gonna go order because, like,
Wise decision.
because she constantly, like, the guy keeps offering, it's like, hey, let's try this next experimental thing we've not tried yet.
I know, but I'm afraid all will get to see our sleeping Hylic. How boring.
This one's in Brisbane, though, so at least I've been here. Map completed this one a few days ago. Skyscale really makes it easy to avoid fights, but it's not very fast.
There you are, Herald. I just finished putting together our disguises. With these, they won't even be able to tell we're Sylvari. Ready? I've been working on this disguise spell for a while. The hat alone took 3 months. I knew it'd come in handy to look like a human. What do you think? I'm not as talented as the Queen of Divinity's Reach, but my work as a mesmer is a benefit to the Order of Whispers.
It's a little unnerving, to be honest. I feel mushy and unwieldy.
Well, you won't have to wear it for long. According to our records, Reinok's squire was named Wayne. This human settlement is his place of birth.
Hang on, you already knew the name of Reinok Squire. Why didn't you say so?
The Order of Whispers knows a lot more than most people realize. We are Tyria's eyes and ears. The more we know, the more subtly we can operate. We don't have a big army or a ton of researchers. Instead, we use politics and blackmail to shape the world.
And if blackmail doesn't get you what you want?
Then we steal it, of course. Now come on. These disguises won't last forever, and we have a lot of investigation to do. Remember, we're big, floppy human bandits. We're not afraid of anything. Ready? Let's go.
Alright. Yeah, he was born in a bandit camp. I love that.
Fresh meat, I see. If you haven't come out here to fight against the Tyrant Queen, then get out. Or get dead.
Fight the Queen of Kryta? Oh, yes, of course, that's what we're here for. Oh, and to find an old friend named Wayne. Is he around?
Wayne? I know him. But I don't know whether you can be trusted. People around the camp might need a hand. Prove yourself to them, and you prove yourself to me.
Very small task to provide us with information.
I've never been very good with insults. I guess I'm just shy.
Take the metal bar. You seriously have a bomb? I'll take it. Hand me a plank and then we'll fight. Better a bottle in front of me than, well, you know, I picked the bottle.
I don't go easy on anyone.
I swung with the bottle once and dropped it. Use a single consume use item.
One tooth rattling brawler, stranger. Go tell Dola you helped me out. And feel free to come back for more.
Weapons are so unwieldy. Hey, don't look at me like that. This sword is just a tool.
Hello, stranger.
So, first number is 7. So this guy can't figure this out, right? He's a code cracker and he can't figure out this puzzle. First number is 7. The second number is less than the first. The second number is even. The third number is 2 more than the first. Double the second one. Double the second is 1 less than the third. So if the first is 7, the second is less and it's even, and yet it's double the third number. And the third is 2 more than the first. Oh, yeah. So it's 4, 7, 4, 7,
Well, decode the combination, smarty pants.
Or-
The instructions should be on the paper. You got it open! What? It's empty? Ah, stupid Fraggle. Get out of my face! Go tell Dola you helped me and then leave me alone.
Impressive code cracking, Harold. You'd be a great help to the Order of Whispers.
Alrighty. It's so slow without speed. Oh, mounts have spoiled me.
Hey, you lot. We need Moas for the stew. Go find him. Thanks to you, we'll have Moa stew tonight.
Not bad, Cutter. The whole camp's talking about you. Running this place is a lot like herding cats. So, do you know Wayne well?
Absolutely. Wayne and I have been old friends since we were tiny, weak, pink fleshlings.
You mean since you were... Right. Okay, got it. You're pretty funny, Cutter.
Doesn't have the proper
I hardly know,
vocabulary
but he's
because
like
he
a
was
brother to Jot.
because he said
Hey,
Solvari.
Jot, some people up here want to talk to you about Wayne.
Stay away from me.
Thorns and brambles. Jack took off. Chase him down. After that mustached man thing?
Ah! I was wrong. I was wrong. Don't stay away. Help me. Help!
Yeah. The man thing. I just like how because they're Solvari, they don't know how to refer to a human.
Calm down, Jot. We just want to find Wayne. Do you know where he is?
If you touch a hair on my head, Wayne will hunt you down and beat you up. He can do it, too. He's got a magic sword.
A magic sword, huh? Let me guess. It's about so long. Sort of leafy looking, glowy.
That's the one. He stole it from some stupid Silvari named Reincarnation. Swiped it right out of his hand and left him to fight some lich. Wayne's a clever one. That sword won him every tournament in the Lion's Arch Arena. Until they caught him cheating. Don't you think he's all out of shape or nothing? He still pit fights out near Guardian's Pass, so you'd better not make him mad.
Thanks. That's exactly what we needed to know.
Huh?
Come on, Kai. Let's get this information to the Pale Tree. And this time, we're going to tell her everything we know.
I expect they're all having a good laugh at my expense now.
Perhaps you should consider a new line of work.
That's a good idea. See you around.
So he's quitting the bandits because he ran away like a coward. So yeah, we end up seeing, I think, a flashback of what happened. And it's a common theme you find amongst the Firstborns when you see their lives. Because the Firstborns were the first Silvaris, they were very naive. One benefit the dream has, so like the place the Silvari exist before they enter the real world, is that past memories of Silvari live in there, which allows the newer Silvari to come out of the dream having a better understanding of the world going forward. The dream is constantly adapting to the death of Silvari. Where do you find Kathan here? Asking me a question. But yeah, the Firstborn were shown to be very trusting of the world, even too trusting to some degree. And Reincarnation was one of those that I think he was the first Silvari to die.
Welcome back, Herald. Tell me, have you learned of Rhiannok's fate?
I have, Mother. Rhiannok died fighting Mazdak the Accursed, but his sword was stolen.
Stolen? What foul, contemptible foe dared steal Caladbolg?
It was no foe. A friend betrayed him. Wayne, Rhiannok's squire. During the battle, he stole the weapon and fled.
Betrayed? By someone he loved? Why are people so drawn to betrayal?
Wayne still carries Caladbolg. He's been using it to compete in gladiatorial tournaments.
I insist that the Vigil accompany you. We'll face this wretch in the tournament ring and thrash his hide. Our order is founded on the principles of courage and duty. I can't stand to hear that Caladbolg is being wielded by an honorless traitor.
You trusting fool. Wayne will flee if he finds out you're there. With a little trickery, we can manipulate the tournament. Once Wayne's been beaten, the Order of Whispers can steal the sword with ease. Stop thinking with your sword arm and start using your brain.
Both are interesting suggestions. Earworth, your thoughts?
I'm afraid gladiatorial tournaments aren't the Priory's forte. While you get the sword, I'll research Mazdak and try to pinpoint his location.
Herald, Caladbolg must be returned. Decide and go forth to deal justice.
To compete in the tournament.
Alright, we're taking the Vigil.
Stupid. Why compete when we can just rig it?
You have no honor, Kai. All this needs is a show of force. Once Wayne realizes he's outmatched, he'll give up the sword.
You say honor, and I say smarts. I've got them, and you don't.
I do like how they do this phase of the quest line, where they let you kind of understand how each order compares against each order, and also allows each order to back out of a mission so you understand where the strengths and weaknesses of each order are. My only complaint is that the Priory guy really loves using experimental tech.
There he is. That's Wayne, fighting in the pit. You can tell by looking at his sword. It's got to be Caladbolg.
Treasonous snake! Let's jump down there and break it out of his hand.
We can't make a scene. Half these people are bandits. If they suspect the sword's value, we'll never make it out alive.
You're right, of course. But that doesn't make this any easier. The Vigil punishes evil. It's difficult to stand here and allow it to continue. Then we'll have to enter the tournament as we'd planned. If we defeat him honestly, we can claim the sword as battle price. If he doesn't give it to us, he'll be shamed in front of all these thugs. Then he's the dead one. If you think you can beat him, you join the tournament. I'll stay up here. If these thugs get rowdy, I'll handle them.
Good plan. All we have to do is register to fight.
Hey, Dad. What are those walking furs?
Son, don't call them plants. Watch the fighting and let Daddy drink his...
I think it's if you do the, in the last mission we did, the Order of Whispers, if you do the Priory, the ritual shows you the events in which, Wayne betrayed him.
Yo there, Shilvari. We don't see many of you around here. Either of you want to fight in the pit?
I will. Who's that guy down there now? I'd like to fight him.
That's Wayne, our current champion. First, you have to survive the
No.
preliminary round.
Not for story.
Then you can fight Wayne.
Well, like, I can do different story chunks, but, like, I can't do main story out of order. But, like, I could jump to Heart of Thorns now if I wanted to. Right? Like, each of these brackets, like, this one, I think I can start each of these independently. But for main story, you have to go in order. And the same here. Like, I think I can start these independently. Maybe not, though. Or, yeah. Heart of Thorns, though, and each expansion, you have to go in order. But for the living stories, you can jump in and out however you want to do it.
Good luck. One more kick to the old grunt, and you'll be back in business. My murder bot's ready. Sick 'em.
Tournament will now begin. Bessex the Brainstormer fights a newcomer in this first round.
A Sylvari? Oh dear. I'm going to chop you to bits and use you as kindling.
I feel furious.
I didn't even kill him. I just took out the golem. He's a coward. If he didn't have the golem, he wouldn't even bother.
Dad, I thought you said not to call them plants.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Round 2. Place your bets. Stinky Pete steps into the pit to face off against our Sylvari challenger.
You look fresh from the dream. By the time I'm done with you, you'll wish you were back in your pod.
I'm glad you know so much about my culture.
I thought this was going to be an easy one.
We have a winner. Next, you face Rulparu the Terrible, Scourge of the Seas.
That Sylvari ain't bad. Baltius, 10 gold on that one.
You're gonna lose that coin as soon as Wayne steps up.
I don't know. I got a feeling about this one.
You got a feeling about every loser today. We have a 2-time winner, spectators. Let's raise the stakes. Place your bets. It's Sylvari versus, wait for it, Wagga!
Wait, you're out of your element. Wagga's about to screw up your day.
The Quaggins kind of have this battling mode.
Well done. The next match will be for the championship.
You win.
I must not have a lot of fighters if I only have to fight like 3 times before I fight the champion.
I'm not afraid of you, but I am ready for you. I've been ready for years.
Funny thing is he actually uses Kallenbog's legit moveset. This sword actually has a legit moveset.
You're outmatched, Wayne, but I'm not here for your life. I'm here for Kallenbog. Give me Reinark's sword and I'll let you go.
The sword is mine. Reinark wasn't worthy of it. He was willing to give his life. For what?
For his people, and for you, Wayne. He stayed to give you a head start from Mazdak. The Lich would have chased you down to get Kallenbog. That's why Reinark died.
No, you can't know. You weren't there. I'll kill you, then I'll put Reinark and you smug Sylvari behind me for good.
Okay. Did I kill him faster than he was supposed to die? Yeah, so this is the moveset. Basically, it's literally just a mismatch of various moves used by other weapon skills. So, like, the 5 is Guardian Greatsword 2. The 4 is... I think that's a hammer skill on someone. The 3 is absolutely a warrior hammer skill. The 2 is Arc Chain Lightning. I think that's a focus skill on someone. And the 1 is just an attack. Well, the thing is, he probably died with too many status effects. You couldn't pump out statuses like you can now back then.
You were amazing down there.
So he probably died during the cutscene.
Really something. I envy you the beating you gave that thug. I wish I'd been able to lend a hand.
I was prepared to let Wayne go, but he wouldn't stop attacking me. I didn't want to kill him.
That's what makes you great vigil material. You should seriously consider joining my order. Wayne had been carrying that burden for so long, it was probably a relief to die at the hands of someone who knew the truth.
You're right. I could see it in his eyes. He seemed almost grateful.
Come, Herald. I'll take Caladbolg back to the Pale Tree, and then we'll find a way to make Mazdak pay.
Favorite is we can talk to the spectator that bet on us. I'm rich. I could buy a place in Butcher's Block with these winnings. Raven's bony knees. You beat Wayne, I can't believe it. What an upset. Guess where we're going? Back to the Grove, can you believe it? A little annoying part of this, like, and it doesn't matter on the race, you're constantly going back and forth. Between mission and then instance. Mission and instance. But that would then be considered colluding, which is generally, I'm pretty sure, and that would be illegal. So this is where I actually pick the order I wish to join. This final mission will involve all 3 of them, and they will each have different outcomes.
If we have the knowledge, we will know where to strike.
Welcome, Herald. Join our circle. There is much to explain.
Greetings, my courageous herald. I have heard news of your victory. Caladbolg is returned at last.
It was difficult, but worth it. Wayne's been punished at last.
Herald, my research at the Priory proved fruitful. I know where Mazdak the Accursed was buried, and I believe I know his next target. He's planning to attack a human town known as the Ascalon Settlement. If we don't stop him, he'll wipe them out.
He's attacking Ascalon Settlement? They're a peaceful area. They have very few defenses. We've got to stop Mazdak.
We have the soldiers. If the Pale Tree would allow Caladbolg to be born into battle, the Vigil can destroy Mazdak. All it takes is firepower, courage, and a direct assault.
You always think in a straight line. Look, Mazdak's forces will have to move through the Centaur tribes to get to Ascalon's settlement. Why not turn them against each other and take down 2 birds with 1 stone? The Order of Whisperers could do that easily.
I know where Mazdak was buried. The Priory could explore his tomb, get past the traps, and find a way to destroy the Lich while he slumbers. It's the logical approach.
This Lich must be destroyed. For Reincarnation, for Tyria. Listen to me. The Orders wish you to join them. If you do, they will lend you strength. With their backing, we can defeat Mazdak. It is your destiny to fight Zaitan. Joining an Order will help you achieve that goal. Choose wisely.
Herald, I place Caladbolg in your care. Decide how to defeat Mazdak, and know that the hopes of the Grove go with you.
Join in the Vigil.
Be a rising star in the vigil. We'll handle the formalities after the battle.
A
Traher,
world
will you
of
accompany us on this
possibilities
adventure?
awaits.
I'm joining the vigil because of the guy you get paired with in the vigil. It's not one of these. The vigil is a male Norn, Priory is a female Sylvari, and the Whispers is a male Char. The community generally loves the Char
Hey, Herald. I mean recruit.
because he has great personality, but I personally love the Norn
Hello, recruit.
more.
Your brothers and sisters of the Vigil are assembled and ready to launch the offensive against Mazdak.
I don't like the Sylvari
I'm honored to be a part of the vigil. What's our battle
person though.
Because you know what we're up against, I'm putting you in charge of the forward assault. We're assaulting on a direct path.
Like, this guy speaks all about logic, and she gets too giddy about anything other than just going forward.
Mazdak the Accursed is powerful. I expect the fight will be grim, so be prepared for anything.
I'll do my best, Branthan. Thank you for trusting me.
My knowledge of the undead will be useful, but I'm no general. I'll follow behind and revive those who fall.
Once we get into the town, I'll scout ahead and prepare ambushes. After the vigil gains their attention, I'll cut our enemies down from behind.
Recruit, you can command units of soldiers to move forward or to hold their ground. Once we've secured the town, we'll take on the Lich.
Together, we'll see Mazdak destroyed at last. For the vigil and the Pale Tree.
Gather up a command and head out.
Oh. That's right. Well, I need to backpedal here because I'm not running a condition build when I can't use my Condi weapons. Nope. I'm gonna run my first set because I can't run any upkeeps. Oh my god, they did not playtest this game when it came to the Revenant. As long as I'm wielding Kallenbog, I cannot use pretty much any upkeep skills. Best I can do is run my Herald build. Get out of combat, get out of combat, get out of combat, get out of combat. At the very least, this way I can generate might. I also don't have energy, though, so I might be able to run everything permanently. Nope, never mind. I still have invisible energy, apparently. But because the upkeep isn't there, I can't get quickness. No, I can't even keep the upkeep going anymore. I literally can't run any of my builds. Yeah, I'm out of... what's the problem is I'm out of energy, and because I don't have the class thing, I can't gain any of it back. I can't even heal. This is gonna go well. At the very least, what I'll do is I'll change to my healer then. Because at the very least, I can take advantage of the Vindicator's dodge. I can't even use the Vindicator's dodge! Oh my god, I've just been fucking nerfed for a story mission.
Well done.
Wow, like, I cannot believe how dumb this is. Well, the thing is, Nick, the Revenant came out with Heart of Thorns. It was not a base game class. So the problem is that they must just simply not have play tested it with a lot of the base game situations. And that's, like, this is not the first time, nor will it probably be the last time in the main story I get cut as Revenant because it removes my class spec. The thing above the toolbar.
Courtyard's clear. Crusader, hold this location. We move forward.
I'll hold the area. You can count on me.
But not being able to heal is probably the worst part of this.
These undead won't be getting up again. We'll stand our ground.
Protect this area with your life.
Energy, upkeep, and utility skills such as even healing. One of these missions is Flower of Death, in which you wield Alan Oh my god! Oh my god! Fuck off! I go to use a group AoE. I get interrupted, knocked down, gang beat. I have no utility skills, so I have no stun breaks, no heals, and I literally just had to sit there until I died. Or at least went down. Bullshit.
Ascalon settlement is secure. We had reports of screaming from the Ravens.
Secure the area. Defensive positions.
No, I've already committed to this one. I can't do a different mission. Like, I can get through it. It's not a problem. If I die, I would just respawn. It wouldn't even reset any progress. But it is annoying. I just put in a bug report on it. I doubt they'll fix it, because it's been like this, you know, for what, like 8 years?
Go that. Here, over here.
I should probably fight these things since ads are just going to make the fight more difficult if I don't. Since I can't heal. If I was playing any other class, this wouldn't be a problem. The problem is the entire stance, all your utilities are tied to your stance, and your, but when they do this, it strips you of your stance, which kind of, and your energy, which basically just strips you of everything else.
Pathetic little adventurers. Come fight me. Think to avenge your dead kinsman? You will fall as he did. I cannot be defeated. I will break Calico, and you along with it. Touch of that sword is like fire. This cannot be.
At last, Reincarnation is avenged. This day will live forever within the dream.
Well done, recruit. You really proved yourself on the field. You should head to Lion's Arch and receive your first formal assignment.
I look forward to it. Thank you again. Keith, you're being so quiet. Are you injured?
No, I'm thinking. Reincarnation died before he could fulfill his wild hunt. He failed because he was alone. If we wish to fight Zaitan, we must not let fear or anger force us apart. If we do not find a way to defeat the dragons, Tyria will be destroyed. Tell me, my friend, do you think it's possible for people to let
He's
go of their
referring to
differences?
Destiny's Edge, who
Unite.
broke up after the whole
Our dreams
Crocatork
inspire
incident.
us. We must never give up hope, or we give up the dream itself.
Then I must also go to Lion's Arch. It is time to call together Destiny's Edge.
By your leave, my friend, I'll return Caladbolg to the Pale Tree. I'll be sure to tell her the tale of Mazdak's defeat.
Will I see you again, Traher?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Our wild hunts are linked, my friend. We will need one another. May your path be filled with adventure.
Yeah, so our wild hunt is to defeat Zaitan. His wild hunt is to purify ore. And since Zaitan's base is in ore and it's his corruption that is infecting it, obviously we would meet again. Don't I have all the vigil weapons? Okay, and then we'll drop up vendors so we can sell stuff. I think we can keep pushing story because I'm pretty sure the story for this goes into Fields of Ruins, so. Hey, Fagia! Long time no see, man! How have you been? Get ready to see old Lion's Arch.
Hold on.
Now, let's look at the map. This is old Lion's Arch. Like, the outer area doesn't really look that much different, but the internal area is massively different. Like, this is where the Asura gates were. Now they're over here. Like, it looks more like there's a lot more like water than there used to be, but obviously with the entire place being annihilated, they filled it all in, and now the coastline is along here, pretty much. And here they all come.
Welcome, fellow members of Destiny's Edge. We must speak of the threat of the Elder Dragons.
When I agreed to come, I didn't know you'd be inviting this char.
I could say the same for you, human. Finally crawling back for forgiveness, Logan.
I've done nothing that needs to be forgiven.
Logan, Ritlock, enough of your squabbling. Kaith, I doubt that we can unite again. Not after our last mistake.
The Norn's right. When heirs to Galkin makes mistakes, people die.
Apparently Zoja's actually going to be coming back soon too. This is
Please, all of you.
so
Our
many
time has come.
two voices
We
I haven't
must
heard in
help
so
the
long.
Elders.
Because Air gets killed.
Elder dragons before.
Zoja has not been seen since Heart of Thorns.
Someone couldn't keep up with us.
You have something to say it to my face.
I would if you weren't always running away. I should gut you and be done with it.
Gut me? With what? That human-made sword you looted from Ascalon? I've had enough. We're done here.
Running away again.
Ritlock, you're just making it worse.
Ha! Look who's talking! Logan's right, for once. I have more important things to do. I'm done with this.
And I refuse to waste my efforts on cowards and fools. Goodbye, Kaith.
It's sad to see Logan and Ritlock argue. If only there was something to bond them together. Yes, I know it might help. Kaith, I have to leave as well. I fear this meeting was a mistake, but maybe I can fix it.
We failed, then. Failed to bring Destiny's Edge back together. We cannot help the others. How can we help Tyria?
You'd have to read the book, Edge of Destiny, to fully get a grasp of what happened, but to summarize it, these were all in two groups. They were originally two groups, two different guilds. One was like, one used the name Destiny and the other used the name Edge, something like that. The groups were Ritlock, Logan, and Kaith. The other was Air and her companion Garm, Zoja, and another Asura by the name of Snaf, who is a Golemancer, very similar to what Zoja is. Basically, they have Golem companions. Zoja's is named Mr. Sparkles. It's just not here right now. They joined together and ended up in the Crystal Desert to fight Krakatoric, and even met with Glint, one who was originally a minion of Krakatoric, but ended up scheming against him, realizing the threat that he and the other Elder Dragons proposed to the world, and tried to assist them. But Krakatoric invaded and killed Glint, and Snaf used a technique he had through Golemancy that allowed him to basically possess Krakatoric's mind. And the whole process would have succeeded, but Logan had to retreat to go help. There was a raid going on in Ebonhawk, I believe it was, and Logan had to retreat to go help the Queen. Because of that, Snaf ended up not being very well defended, and the Branded managed to kill him, which freed Krakatoric, who then killed Glint. And so Ritlock blames Logan because basically backstabbed them. While Logan, I don't really know what Logan's side of this is, but I think he's more mad at Ritlock for, like, because Logan has a duty to the Queen, right? So Kate's the only one that's not in a bad position here, I think. And I think, I forget the exact reason, but Zoja blames Air for Snaf's death, and Air herself also has blame for it too, because Zoja was Snaf's apprentice. If you actually go into the home instance for Air, which you can see when I map completed Holbrick, there is an ice sculpture made by Air of Snaf. If you play as a Asura, you gain the title of Snaf Savant. As that, like, that's your character name within your race. You know, here you're for Silvari, you're Valiant. For Asura, you're the Savant. So that's kind of the whole aesthetic. Now, there are multiple dungeons throughout the world. The story of those dungeons is sort of a B plot trying to get Destiny's Edge to reconnect. Then there's also additional paths in those dungeons to get like dungeon currency and subsequent minor story things like just like dungeon discovery or stopping this bad guy from doing too much, things like that. But the major story is the development of the members of Destiny's Edge regrouping and coming and forgiving each other kind of thing, which all comes to a head when you actually go fight Zaitan in the final mission. What Air was talking about there about trying to find something is where it leads to the first canonic story of the game, which is the catacombs of Ascalon, the Ascalon catacombs, and once it all loads, anyways. Yeah. It's, nope. Here, this one. Ascalonian Catacombs. And then there's other dungeons, right? You have Caudicus's Manor, which I think features Logan and Zoja. Hey, chicken nuggets! You have Honor of Waves, which I think is Air and... not sure. Pretty sure Air is there, but it's... I know Citadel Flames is Ritlock and Roland, because the two... or not... is it? Sorry. Not Roland. I'm already forgetting his name. Damn. But Ritlock and the human guy. Because that's where they kind of make up. Then you have the Crucible of Eternity, which is kind of where like Air and Zoja make up. And then you have Twilight Arbor, which is mostly about Kaith and Fowlin. Okay. Any of these types of Sorrow's Embrace, which one's that one? That one's the Dredge one, but who's involved in the story in that one? I think it's Zoja and Ritlock? I don't know. If you see this one, it's a raid. Okay, there's like the raid lobby is there. There's another raid here. There's another raid here. I think there's one down here now too. Yeah, because I'm zoomed out, because it's easier to scroll around. Anyways, I got a key, so let's open up a Black Lion chest. Got several in my bank here. I also got a bunch of sand. Black Lion chest. Do I actually have any currency? Because I remember keys were like half off right now. Yeah, if you buy 25, they're half off. So I'm gonna buy 25 just because like that's a deal. So Forgel is the name of the guy, the Norn that's going to be assisting me. We'll open up 26 keys.
That's valuable.
Oh, sweet! I got a skin. Or no, is that a skin or? It is. It's a Jadebot skin. I haven't unlocked the Jadebot yet, so that's actually kind of cute. Let's be real. I'd have to do End of Dragons to unlock Jadebot.
That's valuable.
What do you mean my nickname? I don't have a nickname. Like I have the title Omni King, but I don't have a nickname. Which does this sell for? Probably not a lot if it came out of the Black Lion thing. Yeah. I'll just consume it. Oh, okay. Well, I don't need a nickname. You can just call me Daimien. Or Omni King. There's a few people that actually call me that. I'd really rather not be called Dada, so please don't.
I learned from the best.
I don't really need a nickname. Yeah. That's why I don't want to be called Dada. Dai, I guess I'm fine with that. Or Day, however you'd say it. I'm fine with that, I guess. I just don't want to be called Dada. Alright, let me put my stuff away here. Stuff that I don't need anymore. Oh, I got a flaxseed node! I already have that, so that's free money. That's free money. Oh, more keys. Okay, well, I'm going to... I'll put that in there, right? Yeah. I have too much shit in here. Get all these currency boxes out. I'm gonna put them down here. All right, see you later, Nick. Right, so these are armor skin unlocks. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like the fire halo. Okay, what's your question? This is what I unlocked. I really didn't have those? Wow.
That's valuable.
Not answering that. Did I actually destroy that? I clicked no. Oh well.
Rare loot. It's all skill and a little luck.
Dragon Slayer Greatsword. Doesn't really look all that special to me, not gonna lie.
Wrong allies make for quicker victories.
We do make a good team, don't we?
Don't need those. Use
Rarely see
all. Oh, I don't have that die.
This is the only proper course.
Oh yeah, I kept these because, or I used mine earlier because I needed more dungeon currency. There's a vendor over here that I can sell stuff at.
Farewell.
I came out of that on top. Yeah, so like where's the Vigil's headquarters now? Yeah, Vigil's on so they have a small shack here, but this entire southern island basically used to be Vigil.
Thank you for the warning, General Soulkeeper. I will make sure Queen Jenna receives your news, but I cannot make any promises. The Ebonhawk Treaty is Kryta's only hope for peace with the Char. We cannot withdraw our negotiators, no matter the risk.
With all due respect, Ambassador, that's a damn fool decision.
That's enough, War Master. Thank you, Lady Versa. The Vigil will do our best to keep everyone safe.
What's a meanie?
6 years ago, a dragon rose in Ascalon. It flew south, killing and corrupting everything in its path. I stood beneath the dragon as it passed overhead. I survived, but others did not. All across Tyria, I found others who told of destruction caused by the dragons. Humans and Silvari battling undead that swarmed their shores. A surge driven from their underground cities. Joining together, we gave birth to a mighty organization. The Vigil. We're proud that you have chosen to serve alongside us. Your mentor will be Ford, one of our finest soldiers and the most stalwart Nord I know. He'll teach you to fight with the Vigil. The Vigil was created to fight the dragons, to destroy them.
Yo, there's my boy! Lanthier the Wild!
All may be free.
Yo, one of my favorite NPCs in the game.
My name is Almora Soulkeeper. I've founded this order. I'm its general until I die in battle, or they find someone better. Your representative sent me a letter saying that you were the best they'd ever seen. I look forward to seeing you prove that.
I'll do my best, General. I'm dedicated to fighting the dragons. Just show me where to fight.
Huh. I like you already, recruit. I've assigned you to War Master Forgel Kernson for training.
Look here, young one. I don't care what you've done in the past. The Vigil needs heroes, not tale-tellers. It's what you do today, not yesterday, that matters to me. Understood?
Yes, War Master.
What's up?
If you give each other a chance, I think you'll get along just fine. Now to business. Renegades are threatening the treaty negotiations between Kryta and the Iron Legion. The Vigil needs to ensure that the treaty goes through. Those two nations need to be fighting the dragons, not each other. You'll be dealing with
I'm
Commander
fine.
Samuelson, leader of the Ebon Vanguard, and
You can
all
send
the
a hug,
treaty
but I'm
supporters.
fine.
Head to Ebonhawk and stop those renegades.
What portal does that tell me to go through? It does, so it does detect the shortest distance. Oh, because you're actually supposed to go through here. I think I've made that mistake before. Well, like, I don't know how you'd send one, but you can, like, if we put one in chat, you know, that's fine, but I'm not much of a hugger, to be fair.
You know, if we had Ebonhawk as a strong ally, we'd have those centaurs surrounded. We'd crush them.
Ebonhawk has its own problem.
Will it? Pretty sure those YouTube emotes.
Secure the gate. Don't let the renegades escape.
Welcome to Ebonhawk, recruit. By Raven's wings, what in the mists is happening here?
It's the Vigil. Thank Balthazar, you're just in time. I'm Samuelson. Wade Samuelson, commander of Ascalon.
I'm War Master Kernson, and this is my new recruit. Give me a status report.
Here's the problem. A bunch of Char renegades smuggled explosives into the city. They're trying to blow up one of the outer walls. The Ebon Vanguard stopped the demolition team, but renegade forces are attacking everywhere, from here to the central plaza.
That sounds like a blood-covered mess, Commander. How can we help?
We have to get to the city central plaza. Turn right, head down the road and through the crossing. You'll see a big statue at the center of the square. Once we take the square, the Vanguard can do the rest. But without a rally point, we're falling apart.
Who are these renegades? What do they want with Ebonhawk?
They're Char who disobeyed the orders of the High Legions. These idiots would rather die than make peace with humans, and they're dangerous.
We'll capture the plaza, Commander, and teach a lesson to any renegades we find along the way. Ready, recruit? Move out.
All right.
The hell it will.
Hey, I get to travel incredibly slowly.
To fight at your side.
I learned something too. See, it worked. I changed this to this.
Raise your weapon.
Supposedly, these legends are supposed to say something like they're talking to each other. Because the legends in a part of the Alliance stance and the Assassin stance actually knew each other. Let's run Herald. Pick up these Ebonhawk guards. What? The mission can be a bit tedious. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to say yes, but you could tone it down a little bit.
I could slaughter you like a pig. Kill the traitors.
Ready for the next one.
Ready for the next one.
timing was perfect, War Master Kernson. I can't thank you enough. The renegades are getting bolder. This is the first time they've ever tried to bomb the fortress from the inside.
New tactics may signify a new leader. You think they finally found a shot caller with half a brain?
Think it. I know it. He's a char named Ajax Anvilburn, and that rotter's a thorn in my side.
Do you know anything about Anvilburn? Some way we could track him down and stop him?
Scouts tell us the renegades have a camp outside Ebonhawk, but my troops are tied up defending the treaty location. The Ebon Vanguard hasn't had a chance to check it, but if I had to guess, I'd say either he's there or his soldiers are.
We'll take a look, Commander. Ill-disciplined thugs like these should be easy to find.
Double check Ajax. Yeah. This is why it's funny. So Ajax, at first, Ajax didn't really have much importance outside of this mission. But Ajax is also the son of not only the guy in charge of the entire Blood Legion, but he's also the child of General Amora Soulkeeper, the char in charge of the Vigil. The one we just met. Was that the time? Yeah, I think I might have to pause it here. I'm gonna end the stream. It's almost 4:30. Was keeping an eye on the time for something, but I gotta get going. But yeah, we map completed Fields of Ruin. And dived into story. Yeah, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sunday, right? I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Because 2 of my games ended, so now I gotta get stuff prepped for them. I got Stardew and Dragon's Dogma to prep for, so... Tomorrow could very well be Wonderlands if I'm not prepped enough, just because I don't know what else to do. Maybe I'll try to get a schedule out this time. I know I didn't last week. But with that said, I'm gonna call it here. My name is Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King. And be a friend, foe, or member of the Omni Council. I'm gonna see you later. Goodbye, everyone.